You were at the RNC during the 2010 midterms, right? So that's a historic drubbing. It's 63-seat gain by Republicans in the House, 7 Senate seats, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right?
6, I think.
Six Senate, 800 legislative.
So that's like the tail end, right? That's like the total and complete whooping. And tonight, as we went in tonight, I was expected for everything from that, like blood on the wall, right? Like total massacre, slaughter, to Democrats doing surprisingly well. Where are we in that spectrum from where you sit, from what we have so far, which is early and preliminary?
There's splatters of blood on the wall, largely from Florida.
Yeah.
But as you look around the country, you see there's not a whole lot of hemorrhaging by Democrats here. They have their base vote, particularly their younger voters, have shown up. I've gotten a lot of background information on how the young vote has turned out, and it's made a difference in a number of races. So that sense that there was going to be a huge wave. Now, again, we still have the West that's got to come in. So we're,
regional variations
and all that. But the dynamics tell me that this is more of a skirmish that, will have some blood on the floor, maybe a little bit on the wall. But the Dems are going to walk on the other side. I think the Senate is still going to be in play. I still see that landing more in their column than not. So you're looking at the House. Again, Claire and I had this discussion last night. She's in the sort of 25 to 35 range. I'm in the 18 to 25 range on the House. We'll see how, but it's not. This is nowhere near 2010 like a lot of folks were talking.
Yeah, that to me, you can't say anything other than where are we in that tail distribution?
Right.
And I think when you look at that Jennifer Wexton hung cow race, right, which is like a Biden plus 18 seat, in these real wave elections, right, there's always that seat or that race where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person lost. And we haven't, aside from Miami-Dade going Republican.
Which is special.
Right.
Which is special. Have you seen anything like that that's brought you up short yet?
No. And the one thing we don't probably talk enough about, because we get fixated on control of Congress, governors matter.
Yeah.
And we've had horrible cycles winning governors' seats. We're going to flip 4 or 5 governor seats from Republican to Democrat tonight. And key, we're going to hold on to a place like Michigan. We're going to win in Pennsylvania.
We'll see.
I'm just telling you. I believe we will hold on in Michigan, and I think we're going to win Pennsylvania. We competed in Oklahoma. I think the Democratic governor in Kansas is going to hold on. And you know what I noticed in the exit polls? You know how many hundreds of millions of dollars has been spent on crime in terms of advertising this cycle?
It was not top 3.
And it was 11% thought it was the most important.
Can I say something
way
about young
lower
people
than abortion?
Along these points?
Way lower than abortion.
That jumped out at me as well.
Yeah.
It is like, it's not going to work just to pretend that we have the worst crime in the world with video feeding selectively into people's households. If the economy continues to get better, because that was what really outweighed abortion, what are the Republicans going to do about these extreme laws and the effort that's going to happen in Congress to make abortion illegal all over the country?
I think you need to bold and underline what the senator just said here. Young people are turning out all over this country in places like Wisconsin. The college campuses were both early vote locations and now polling places. People are still in line. The polls just closed in Wisconsin at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central, and they were telling people to stay in line because they were concerned that the students would get out thinking they couldn't vote. This issue of abortion, a women's right to make decisions about her own body, is an animating issue, and I think that young people were just tuned in. So for all the people that said all these things about young people across America, they didn't care, they weren't going to vote, young people are showing up in key places, and I think it's going to be a story we talk about going forward.